Hello, my friend, let's calmly talk about a relationship between a man and a woman. Sometimes there are two people. Even if it seems like their lives were never meant to touch, fate quietly takes them by the hand and puts them on the same path. That girl. She lived with a small fear she kept hidden in her heart. But she couldn't fully trust anyone, couldn't open her heart to anyone. Because she had been hurt before. And she was afraid of experiencing the same thing again. That man, however. He had carried the weight of life on his shoulders and had learned to look strong. But inside, there was a loneliness no one knew about. He waited for someone to truly understand him, to truly look at him. One day, these two strangers fell into each other's lives like a light. There was no noise, no big words. Just one look. As if that moment stopped for them. When the girl looked into the man's eyes and his heart, she felt safe for the first time. When the man got lost in the girl's eyes, he felt truly understood for the first time. Then they started talking. Hours passed, they didn't notice. They laughed and had fun. Their sentences blended into each other. As if they had known each other for years, the words flowed naturally. But love doesn't come only with beautiful moments. One day they argued. They hurt each other, they drifted apart. The girl started thinking, what if I lose him? The man started thinking, what if I let go and regret it? But they both knew one thing very well. No matter how far they drifted from each other, their hearts kept returning to the same point. Because some people enter your life, and it becomes impossible for them to ever leave. And then that moment came. The girl came to his door and knocked. When the man opened the door, they looked into each other's eyes. They didn't speak. They just stared at each other. The girl's eyes were saying, don't go. The man's gaze was saying, I'm here. Then they hugged. And in that hug, all the fears, all the hurt disappeared. Everything made sense in an instant. Maybe they weren't perfect. But they belonged to each other. And that is exactly what love is. Knowing that you belong to one another with your flaws, your fears, and your truth. From that moment on, they understood. Love is not about just being together. It's about looking in the same direction together. As days passed, they became even more connected to each other. The girl gave her heart to him completely, with trust. The man left his loneliness in her smiles. And thus, two strangers, two halves, became each other's whole. No matter what difficulties exist in this world, they understood that they had a heart they could always return to. Their love was quiet yet strong, deep yet real. And they became a fairy tale that began again every single day.